Man was piloting the plane when he suddenly noticed a crack appearing in the windshield ahead. What terrified them was that the glass split in the middle without any point of impact. At that moment, they were flying at an altitude of 10,000 meters. After reporting to the control center, the captain prepared to descend, but the windshield couldn't withstand the pressure, and in just an instant, the entire piece of glass shattered. The sudden accident caught them off guard. Tom was instantly sucked toward the opening because of the pressure difference. Fortunately, he reacted quickly and grabbed onto the edge of the window. Shattered glass from the windshield hit the engine. The co-captain and the chief flight attendant also sensed something was wrong. They rushed to the cockpit door and tried calling out. But inside, Tom was in mortal danger. Jack used all his strength to try and pull him back into the cockpit, but the force of the wind was simply too strong. He had no choice but to think of another solution. The plane was shaking violently, and all the passengers were starting to panic. Just as Tom was about to lose his grip in a life-or-death moment, Jack quickly maneuvered the plane into a sudden turn. This caused the cabin to repressurize, knocking everyone off balance. Oxygen masks dropped from every seat, and passengers quickly grabbed them and put them on. Even worse, the plane was heading south directly into a restricted military zone. The control center kept calling, unaware that Jack was desperately trying to save Tom. Then Jack made a bold decision. He first descended at a rate of 2,943 meters per minute. When the plane was about to fully depressurize, he suddenly pulled up sharply, successfully dragging Tom back inside. Meanwhile, the co-captain, Alan, was fighting his way toward the cockpit, but the wind was so strong that he could only inch forward with the help of passengers. Finally, the chief flight attendant grabbed him and pushed him toward the cockpit. Alan quickly shut the cockpit door, restoring cabin pressure. Though oxygen was still scarce, he hurried to put an oxygen mask on Tom, and then on the captain. Only then did they breathe a little easier, but the crisis was far from over. Jack signaled Tom to call out the emergency code. Trembling, Tom pressed the button to prepare for an emergency landing. The control center delayed planes that hadn't yet taken off, rerouted those already in the air, and cleared 2 runways to give them as much space as possible. Meanwhile, firefighters, medical staff, and police were standing by for rescue. But another problem arose. Because the cabin was already depressurized, the plane had to descend below 3,000 meters to ensure there was enough oxygen. However, they were now flying above the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, where the average altitude is 4,500 meters. Jack would have to take an unimaginable approach to get through it.